Today I'm going to talk about one theory in education that has had a big impact on the classroom. It's the theory of multiple intelligences. Multiple means many. Intelligence is difficult to define. During today's class, as we discuss the theory of multiple intelligences, I'm going to use the term intelligence to mean strength, a strong ability. This is a broader way of thinking about intelligence than usual. So first, I'm going to go over the theory. Then I plan to present how the theory has affected what some teachers now do in the classroom. Before I do that, I want to say a few words about how intelligence is often determined. As we all know, written IQ tests are still the main tool used to measure intelligence. IQ, by the way, stands for intelligence quotient. Quotient means number. A high score on an IQ test, say 130, is interpreted to mean a person is very intelligent. A score of 100 is average. However, many factors can affect someone's score, including cultural background, education, or even the fact that they aren't good at taking tests. For these reasons, some people say traditional IQ tests don't accurately measure intelligence. Another reason to question IQ tests is the theory of multiple intelligences. Harvard University's Dr. Howard Gardner and others have explored the notion that we each have many types of intelligence. What makes us different from one another is which intelligences are stronger. Now I'm going to present 9 intelligences they have identified. Keep in mind that they say we each have all of these intelligences. The first is verbal intelligence. People with strong verbal intelligence can speak and write well. This type of intelligence is valued in most schools and on written tests. The second is mathematical intelligence, the ability to work well with numbers and diagrams. Think of someone who uses logic to solve problems and make decisions. The third is musical intelligence. People with strong musical intelligence, they feel sound, they feel music, they connect to sounds around them. Are you with me so far? Okay. The fourth is artistic intelligence. People with strong artistic intelligence are sensitive to color, light, and shapes. They are good at drawing, painting, fashion, lots of creative things. The fifth kind of intelligence is spatial. We use spatial intelligence to create mental images to remember information. Think of someone who understands charts and maps easily, who has a good sense of direction and doesn't get lost on mountain hikes. The sixth is kinesthetic or body intelligence. It's related to moving, to learning, and remembering information by doing. The seventh is interpersonal intelligence. That's inter, means between people. It's knowing how to work well with others in social situations like work or school. The eighth is intrapersonal intelligence. Intra means within oneself. It's about being uniquely aware of our own emotions and needs. For example, my brother John doesn't like crowds. He doesn't go to clubs or to the mall. He's happier alone or in a smaller group. The ninth kind of intelligence is nature intelligence, understanding one's connection with nature and the environment. Remember, the theory says we each have all of these intelligences. We just vary as to which intelligences are stronger. Think of your friends and what each is good at. So now I want to shift our discussion to the impact of the theory of multiple intelligences on teaching. If teachers accept the theory, how does this affect what they do in the classroom? There are 2 effects. One is on how they teach. The other is how they test their students. To teach, they need to use a variety of teaching techniques in order to reach the most students. What works best for one student might not work best for another. To test or assess what students understand, teachers need to give students options besides taking a written test. Let's use an example. As I give the example, I want you to write down the intelligences you can identify, okay? So a teacher, Mrs. Sanchez, wants to teach her students about trees. Here's what she does. First, she talks about types of trees. She also draws a diagram on the board. Then they go outside, walk around, look at and touch trees near their school. Back in the classroom, she asks them to draw pictures of trees. Finally, she teaches them a song about trees. Did you get which intelligences she worked with when they went outside? How about when she had them draw pictures? All right, now she needs to test or assess what the students know. She gives them choices. For example, they can write about trees, draw a picture, make a chart, or create a song. Anything is acceptable as long as it contains the tree material she taught them. This is a key point. I realize you might think drawing a picture or creating a song isn't a real test. But if we have multiple intelligences, what's the logical conclusion? Isn't it that students will benefit from using a variety of ways to demonstrate what they understood? A written test may not be the best way to assess every student. This brings up the whole issue of standardized tests and whether they discriminate against students who don't have strong verbal and mathematical intelligences. For next time, think about this with regard to what you've heard today.